Hello, lovely kindreds, and welcome to my crafting corner. Today, we are going to be working with our Forest Falls freebie mini kits again. I think this is project 7 in a series of projects to give you some ideas on how to use the 5 free digitals that you receive when you sign up for my email list. As an email subscriber, in addition to getting this free mini kit right off the bat every single week, digitals are delivered to your inbox that you can use in your various different projects, and you get exclusive discounts to content on my Etsy shop, both digital and physical items, and you're entered into giveaways and other things like that. So do consider being an email subscriber. Also consider subscribing to me here on YouTube. I'll also be doing giveaways after we work out this Forest Falls project. Some of the items that we create will be part of a giveaway just for my YouTube subscribers, and I'll do something similar for my email subscribers separately. So do consider subscribing to me here on YouTube. Click like on the video, drop a comment down below. Let me know if you thought something was interesting or you want to try something out or whatever. You can tell me what the weather's like where you live. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. But leave your thoughts down below. Love to hear from you. Okay. So today we are going to be doing another center signature for what I call a standard size signature. So it's a letter size printed piece of paper. So you have an 8.5 by 11 inch dimensions. And for these projects, you fold that sheet in half. So you have an 8.5 by 5.5 project. So we're going to be doing a center spread design for that size / style of signature. So I just made kind of like a base signature out of brown paper bags because it's accessible. Most people have them. Most people have access to them for free or really cheap. So that's what I'm using for my base. You obviously can use whatever papers that you want, that you have in your stash or whatever. So that's what we're gonna be using brown paper bag. And I actually usually have one opened up, but I must have used it already. So I'm gonna show you how I open mine up. I open them up to get full use of the entire bag. So I start basically from the bottom and open out down the middle. So I try to preserve as much as I can. Oops, don't do that. There we go. Just gonna set our little signature out to the side. And what did I do? Okay. All right, so we've got our paper bag fully opened out, and I am going to mount this onto our brown paper bag. So what I'm thinking is that this will be folded into thirds, and part of it will be, you're gonna have your design, and then on the back side, it'll just be a writing spot. So it'll be just like a little flip moment, and it'll be sewn into the signature this way. The other half, we're gonna make it into a little mini booklet that you can add papers to, and you can write in it and stuff like that. So we don't need any, well, no, that's different than what I was gonna do. I just got another idea, but we're just gonna go with what I was originally gonna do. Okay. So I'm just gonna use glue stick, generously applied. This is running low, I can hear it. There we go. I knew it was gonna fall out. Waste not, want not, okay. Yeah, that's the end of that guy. But worry not. I know, I saw you getting all up in arms. We've got another glue stick, so we're good. All right. All right, and we're just gonna cut this out. There are literally like 5 ideas that I came up with, variations of this, and I'll probably share some of them at some point, but maybe. But go ahead and experiment, and you know, whatever comes to your mind and heart, just try it out. It's just brown paper bag and a piece of paper, you know. That's actually partly what I want this project to be about, you know, is just experimenting, playing around. I wanted this to be low barrier of entry for newer folks, newer journal makers or journalers, or if you're just trying your hand, or you literally just want to make a journal for yourself to use. And I don't think I mentioned this, but I just print my papers on copier paper, so they're very thin. So when I back them on the brown paper bag, it gives them some stability. All right, just trying to like dry this a little bit because it's starting to curl. All right. All right, so I said I was going to fold this into thirds. You could obviously measure yours. I'm just going to eyeball it because, I don't know, I'm me. So, but I encourage you to measure. Okay. So I'm folding it. The first fold I'm making is right to the left of our waterfall. And I think that's about a third. So if I just go in, yeah. Ooh, that was so close. It was super duper close. So that's a bad, or not a bad measure. Okay. So you can kind of decide, I guess, which side that you want to be, because this one is actually going to be folded. Well, kind of folded this direction. Like, are you going to sew in here? Let's get our little signature. Let's see what I'm talking about. All right, so this is the center of the signature right now. So either you're going to sew it in here, like this, or this one would be peeled the other way and you're sewing it in this direction. And then this would be kind of how it lays. And then you'd have your like little papers and stuff. I kind of like it the other way because then it will function like a book is, in quotation marks, supposed to function, right? So it'll open up here and you'll have your papers, which I just threw together, lined paper. These are all second hand. So I bought this from a secondhand crafting store. So these are all recycle, reuse, renew as well, or upcycled pieces. And so I just like put them together. So that would be secured in here, and obviously I'll trim them up and stuff to actually fit. And I probably want to figure out a closure too. Obviously this is just, I'm just doing this. I don't have any strategy beyond what you just saw. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, let's see. I didn't want to quite sew the signature in yet, but I think what I'm going to do, apologies ahead of time if my face and stuff ends up all in the video, because I'm sitting down now because it's about to get real, all right? I'm obviously being ridiculous. Okay. We will be doing some decorating of our brown paper bag pages at a later stage, so don't be too concerned about that. And I don't think I'd like paged through this, just to quickly show you, you know, just flipped up some of them. This is a pocket where our text was, and I just flipped that piece up from the brown paper bag, and now it's a big old pocket, right? So you can just do, I think this is just folded into thirds. This is going to be a storage spot to hide that raggedy text stuff. So yeah, so we'll work with our signature a little bit, but in this video we're just really focused on this piece right here. Let's see. So I think we're going to sew her in like this, right? So this will be this way, and this will just be a flap. Let me just show you what I would do. Little bumbly, but we'll get through. All right, so I'm actually going to do the whole thing since you're actually going to see the whole thing. So you can obviously use whatever you have, but I just have some stencils, some stamps, and I've got an assortment of those things off to the side here. You can use whatever you have on hand, but I'm just going to do some simple, just make sure this is okay. Yeah. Just some simple inking to add a little bit of interest. You can flip this back and forth so that you don't have something that looks repeated over and over and over. Hope I'm in view here. All right, so this is the divider between these kind of two elements, if you will. All right. I think what I'm gonna do next, and you obviously, you can do whatever you want. Ink up the edges a little bit. And this is just kind of what I would be doing to those signatures too. Some stenciling, inking, stamping. I might do a little gesso and a little painting as well, but that's another conversation, I guess. I just like the versatility of brown paper bag, and I like that it's like low barrier of entry. So if you mess something up or make something ugly, it's like literally just a brown paper bag. You can get another one when you go grocery shopping next week. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And then so the kind of perfectionist, annoying perfectionist inside of me, I can tell her to shut up and not feel bad about it. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do some stamping as well. Just some of this like text here, just to get a little something texture. Just adds a little bit of additional texture. Is this upside down? Aw, man. I'm such a jerk. It's fine. Do yours right side up. Don't do it upside down. Okay. And then I would do this. I would probably do this. This is just gesso, but I'm just to like lighten it up a little bit. Some here. There he is. Just grunge it to grunge and to kind of just add a little bit of brightness because you know, our brown paper bag, you know, it's a little doughy. It's a little doughy. And you can definitely be more strategic. Like maybe you're putting it in the centers to denote writing locations or whatever. And you could easily turn this into storage spots as well. You can actually use like a brush instead of going caveman on it. All right. You know, hands were made to be messy. Yeah, and I can kind of cover up my upside down lettering too. You just put a little of this over it, and then that's not really a focal point anymore. All right. That was a little bit messier than I anticipated, but it's fine. All right, so, okay. So this, again, like when this is in the signature, when it's in the signature like this, it's just a little writing spot. So you turn the page, it's this beautiful thing. You can also make it more like a pocket, or you could glue these things down and make it a pocket. I'm actually going to do a project where the flap is a pocket, but it's going to be an actual like pocket, intentional pocket. But anyway, so this is that, and then this is going to be where our papers go. So these definitely need to be trimmed. So let me, you can obviously measure these before, because it's a little challenging to like, all right, yeah, even that one is a little too big. Oh, okay, well, made that fit. That's a thing. All right, so I'm actually gonna use this as a template because it's the proper size. I think this we're just gonna cut down. We're just gonna trim this to size. You can obviously make markers and like measure and do things properly, but I'm eyeballing it because I'm me. Excuse me. Okay. And then this, I mean, it was just folded. Let's see. I might just get a new piece of paper. This can be used in some other location. So let me just grab another piece of paper. And we will just go ahead. And again, this is like recycled paper. Secondhand. I got it from my secondhand crafting store. So somebody was going to throw it away. And then it was salvaged. And now it's about to go into this project. You can obviously use brown paper bag for this as well. I just wanted to shake things up a little bit. Okay. And then I just need to trim a little bit off of this because it's a little too big. Okay. All right. move some of these items out of our way so we can work. All right, so now I believe we should have pieces that fit. Now, maybe? Yeah, I mean, it's a little tight, so you can certainly decide to make them a little bit smaller, but you're gonna make them fit. I am just grabbing to quickly, oh man. All right, we'll see. I'm gonna need my awl. I'm just gonna whip this signature together quick. Well, theoretically quick. We'll see how successful that is in a minute. All right, so this is waxed thread, waxed thread. Yes, I'm gonna do 2.5. I'm just gonna open up the pages that are like TRIFOLD. I'm just gonna open them up so I don't accidentally like sew them down. You know, don't want to accidentally sew them down. You're gonna adjust your papers as you want them to be, and use something to keep them all together. I had a clip up here at some point. I don't know where it went. Oh well. Just make something up. Okay. And then you're gonna bust a hole in the center. I mean, there are actual like real tutorials on how to sew signatures, so those are probably better. But I bust a hole in the center. I bust a hole about 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom. Okay. I'm gonna go down through my center hole. And this should be relatively straightforward because you don't have a lot of papers involved. Go up through the top hole. Okay. Don't let that sneak through. Go down through the bottom hole. And then go back up through this middle hole. And then you want your string to end on the opposite side of your starter string, which you can obviously like adjust that. You're gonna pull it so it's nice and snug, and then you're gonna knot it. I do 3. You can do as many as you want or need so that it doesn't move. Okay, so there's that. And then we can just fold our papers back in. Oops. All right. This goes this direction here. Okay. And I do have this piece hanging down. You can cut it if you want. I'm gonna leave it there because I might want to do something with it. Add some beads or add something to it. So I'm just going to leave it there for now. Yeah, it's like you can add charms. Sometimes I like taking butterflies that you cut out with punches, and you just add it to the end of that. You can add beads or other things along the string, whatever. So you can just kind of do that as you want. So I think that is this project. And it'll be sewn in to the signature when I sew the signature together, which I'm not going to do that quite yet. But yeah, so you get to the center here, you have this as a journaling location there, and then it opens up this direction, and this is a little writing booklet. You can journal here, you can put pockets and make storage there, which I might do at a later date, but this is kind of the project that I had in mind for today. So let's see if we can just add that, move some of my stuff out the way. Okay, let me see if I can, let's just go ahead and add that to our bigger project here. Okay, so this is where we are keeping all of our Forest Falls projects for the time being. I just made this little makeshift folio thing. And so we are going to just slide this in to this signature here. Like that. And so that's just kind of how it is right now, right? So again, this was first project that we did, which is basically, I called it a signature shell, like a cover, basically, that has storage. And then as you see that, and then we just slid our signature in here, and we just added our signature, and then these pages, this is totally upside down. That'll be a pocket. I'll switch this right side up. That's fine. You guys saw me struggling. It's fine. All right. But then that's our little center. And we've got a little writing spot on the back of that. And then have our little papers that we just sewed in. All right. So I hope that this was enjoyable to you, watching me fumble and bumble my way through this project. If you found something helpful, do consider liking, subscribe to me if we're not already connected, and here on YouTube, subscribe to my email list so you can get these beautiful printables for free, as well as freebies every single week. Thank you so much for your time, your beautiful energy, and I look forward to working with you in a future video. Be well.